Hello, I'm Elizabeth and welcome to my channel. I used to be an executive coach and then I retired in my late 40s to live in the country. I'm doing a 10-day strategy challenge for women and we're on day 6. And I wanted to talk about something I'd watched this week. I'd watched a YouTube channel speaking about feminism from a lovely young lady in her 20s. And I saw a video about the morning shed. And for those of you who don't know, because I didn't, that this is a reveal in the morning, taking off all the face masks and tape and bonnets and all other things to reveal from their face as part of their elaborate nighttime routine. And then I saw another video of hers reviewing the film The Substance. This lady has an engaging and lively and is knowledgeable channel about feminism, but one thing that struck me was the sense of an echo chamber, and that goes for several channels that I've seen from young women in their 20s, and I just wanted to explore that today, that young women are sharing knowledge, but it only seems to be with each other, and that they are so afraid of becoming irrelevant as they're getting older that they are desperate to prevent it by engaging in elaborate routines to delay the inevitable, because the life of an older woman is to be avoided at all costs. And if you've seen The Substance, there's a scene where Sue is the younger character's deliberately cruel to the older character Elizabeth and re-injects herself with the substance rather than have it the older body, leading to disaster. And I'm wondering if the fear that's driving young women to engage in these elaborate measures in skincare and preventative invasive procedures almost as soon as they get out of childhood is that young women, generally speaking in the West, aren't actively seeking out friendships with older women or even having them on their influencer list. In France, French women talk about the wisdom of their French grandmas. So I am wondering whether this is a US and a UK thing. At the end of the YouTube video reviewing The Substance, the reviewer acknowledged how toxic beauty standards are damaging. But the implication was that there is no alternative because getting older makes you invisible and wrinkles are seen as ugly. This is a little depressing at watching the internalised misogyny of young women to cause young women to not make friends or get close to the wealth of knowledge of older women. It leaves young women vulnerable to narratives that benefit the big companies and patriarchy, and it leaves older women and their gifts and the peace of mind they can provide younger women wasted, and they're left feeling invisible. So today's strategy is about how we begin to walk away from the fear of getting older and help young women exit the hall of mirrors that makes them afraid of losing their looks. So this strategy is about your future self, and I think that microfeminism would be part of the answer in getting there, and that's what I want to talk about. And this is where we do small, everyday acts which prioritise women of all ages. This could be intentionally buying from female-led businesses. It could be unsubscribing from male YouTube channels because you replace that with a YouTube channel which is fronted by a woman, if you can find female content in the same space. I live in a village which attracts tourism and walkers. At the back of my house there is a World Heritage Site for UNESCO. Many walkers are retired couples, and when I'm walking I always make a point of saying hello to the lady of the couple rather than the male. I can't tell you the amount of times that I see a surprised look of pleasure at actually being noticed rather than being treated as invisible. I don't move out of the way of men on the pavement, and I make sure that I take up space when on public transport. The more that we don't prioritise the male gaze, and the more that we don't give precedence to men and let them have a taste of what it's like to be ignored, be treated as second, and to normalise this, I think will go some way to lifting women's profile as they get older. The more that you notice and make friends and speak to older women, the fears of not being relevant to men as you get older dissipate. I feel so much better being older that I wouldn't swap with my younger self. I wish, though, that I could go back in time and speak to my younger self and befriend myself and tell myself not to waste time on the male gaze at all, and instead spend time reaching my dreams and gaining knowledge and the real support of other women, older women, that nurturing support that you never really get from a man usually. Let me know in the comments your microfeminism ideas and whether you've made intergenerational friends with women outside your own family. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.